Peace and love. What's going on, family? D-Mon L here with you today, bringing to you live our crypto walk. This week, we're discussing smart contracts. So, look, before we get started, do me a favor, hit that like, share, subscribe button for me. If you're watching from YouTube, hit the bell so that you can be notified whenever we go live with these broadcasts, because we do several different broadcasts. We got Crypto Walk, we got the Forex broadcast on Tuesdays and Thursdays with a FA. So make sure that you are plugging in so that you can get this information. So go ahead, grab your pen, grab your paper. We're going to go ahead and get started in about 2 minutes. All right. So, what is smart contracts? A smart contract is a decentralized application that execute business logic in response to events. So, it's just simple as this. It's just this for that. You generate a code on a smart contract, execute a command on the smart contract. Is going to result in the exchange of money, delivery of services, unlocking of content protected by digital rights management or other types of data manipulation, such as changing the name on a land title. Smart contracts can also be used to enforce privacy protection, for example, which is facilitating the selective release of privacy protected data to meet a specific request. There are a variety of programs that are underpinned with smart contracts that are developed, distributed, and managed and updated. All right. So smart contracts operated on the blockchain. And earlier on, what did we say blockchain was? Blockchain was encrypted technology that used cryptography, right? It's highly encoded, backed by thousands of nodes, private, decentralized. So these smart contracts can be found on the blockchain. So how do smart contracts work? Smart contracts, they have a special kind of programming, um, which runs off once again basic logic, and it has a special purpose. So it's a think about it as a virtual machine that is baked into the blockchain and other distributed ledgers as well. So some some cryptocurrencies or blockchain programs that are notorious with smart contracts. You have Ethereum, you have Cardano, Tron, excuse me, yeah, Tron, Clever. Um, Let me see, Solano. This, I mean, all of these different cryptocurrencies have their own smart contracts that operate in a different manner. So once again, some of them can be used for business purposes that are being carried out on the blockchain. Some of them can be used to make money, like Forsage and Pays Forever, and several other smart contract opportunities that are out there. So once a smart contract is deployed, that is pretty much it. So smart contracts, they cannot be manipulated, they cannot be changed, no, none of that after that smart contract has been executed. So If there's a mistake that is inside of the code, it will be extremely hard for the developers to go back and rewrite these smart contracts. Smart contracts, they are secure. They have anonymity. They are cost efficient, and they have great processing speed, which means that smart contracts can process, you know, and distribute to businesses or whatever the case may be in a very swift manner. So let's take your blockchain or your cryptocurrency that is being utilized for medical, right? Well, how those medical documents are distributed, they're distributed through smart contracts, and their processing speeds are very swift. Smart contracts can also perform automatically without having a third party involved as well. Smart contracts also have reliability. They can take advantage of blockchain ledgers and other distributed ledger technologies to maintain a verifiable record of all activities related to the execution of a complex processes, and that cannot be changed after the fact. Um, it also supports automated transactions that remove the potential for human error and ensure accuracy in executing those smart contracts. So let's go back to cost efficiency. Smart contracts, they promise to automate business processes that can really expand organizational boundaries. So, whereas it may cost a business, thousands to change their system to cross borders, like, Western Union or MoneyGram or whatever the case may be, but with smart contracts, it takes out that complexity of that process, and it takes out the cost of that process, where people or business owners can save resources instead of trying to problem solve and figure out how to execute these complex processes that's going to cost their corporation thousands of dollars. Now, with smart contracts, with everything that is on the planet, there's nothing that is perfect. Everything has pros and cons. And with smart contracts, one of the cons is security in some cases. Smart contracts are secure um, in key elements, right? However, the technology is new, and hackers can find ways to attack these smart contracts. You know, Ethereum actually was one of them that was hacked, where $50 million in cryptocurrency was literally stolen. And that's because of the inconsistencies that was inside of the tools, that was inside of how the smart contract security was written. Integrity. One oracle needs to be, it needs to be uh, more efficient, to where hackers, it can protect against hackers faking event contracts and executing when they're not. So there was a smart contract a few months ago. I'm not going to name it, but what they did was they created a very malicious smart contract, and the way that it operated in such a manner that uh, it over time was taking money out of the smart contract, right? It was taking money out of the smart contract and slowly but surely robbing people of their hard-earned money that they was investing, and that they were supposed to be getting rewarded. All right. So there are people out here that still operate in, even though, we love blockchain technology, we love cryptocurrency, we love smart contracts, there are still people out here that will find a way to maliciously write a smart contract, right, that will hurt somebody else because they faked a triggering event that generates a code that executes the smart contracts. Alignment. Smart contracts can speed the execution of processes that span multiple parties, regardless of whether they are aligned with all parties' intentions and understanding. So let's go back. Once again, I'm not going to name this other smart contract, but everybody intent was not in full alignment. Everybody understanding was not in full alignment. So the capacity of the smart contract was highly degraded. It created unintended behaviors. It created unintended frustration as well. So money was lost due to that. Management. Smart contracts are complicated to implement and manage because there is no third party. They are often configured in ways that make them difficult or impossible to change. Although this could be considered a security advantage, the parties cannot make any changes to the smart contract agreement or incorporate new details without developing a new smart contract. So once you mess up one time, on that smart contract, you have to go back and you have to create a whole new smart contract. So um, um, it has to be created efficient the first time. It has to be done right the first time. So, what are the future of smart contracts? Well, when you have cryptocurrencies that are used to, track bad food, cryptocurrencies like Smart Key that um, that can get people, get emergency officials into gated communities, blockchain behind, DUI testing to crank vehicles, supply count efficiencies when you're talking about VeChain, tracking students' grades, when you're talking about utilizing Cardano, creating other smart contracts and supporting other contracts, when you're talking about Ethereum, and I mean the list go on and on and on and on. So, action that is being executed on the blockchain behind these cryptocurrencies are carried out by smart contracts. These smart contracts are taking organizations and personal um, data to out of the traditional system as we know it. These smart contracts are being utilized to upgrade our living. When you have cryptocurrencies as well that are being utilized for voting, we just dealt with a whole stink with the, election so-called being uh 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 that was cheating inside the last election supposedly, but smart contracts, these cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology knocks out all of that, you know. Um, and I'm sure that there will be more work to be done when it comes down to security and making sure that smart contracts are not able to be hacked so that that type of malicious activity cannot happen. I actually found that smart contracts were first proposed in 1994 by Nick Szabo. He was a legal scholar and cryptographer, known for laying down the groundwork for digital currency. Back then, there was little interest or activity in smart contracts because there was no digital platform or distributed ledger that could support them. So now we fast forward to 2008, where we have the development of blockchain technology and distributed ledgers that will back cryptocurrency and smart contracts. And we find that uh, many platforms many platforms are now supporting. Hold on one second, family. We find that many platforms, um, like Ethereum, Hyperledger, Tezos, Corda, ADA, are now supporting and adopting and growing the smart contract industry. So we actually have a couple smart contracts inside of the smart systems family, right? So if you would like to get more information about the smart contracts inside the smart systems family, please reach out to me. Please reach out, get with Leah or get with the FIA, right? And we could get you an overview on how these smart contracts work. Now, the smart contracts that we have inside smart systems are smart contracts that are going to help you with your family finances, build generational wealth, and get you some money growing on autopilot. However, there is some work that needs to be done, right? With anything, there is work that needs to be done. So don't think that you just want to get into the smart contract and you're going to make big money. You know, if you're not putting in the work, right, then, it may not work for you as it should. So get the knowledge, put in the work, and plug in. Look, do me a favor before I tap up out of here. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you're watching from YouTube, hit that bell button so you can stay updated with our next crypto walk. These next few weeks, we're going to be covering smart contracts. We're going to be talking about these different opportunities, and we're going to get the building, y'all. But I just want to thank you all for tuning in today, and y'all have a good night. Be blessed. Peace.